October 25th weekend, just outside Boston, have another hands-on workshop. Check out relaxshacks.com for that. Check out my book, Humble Homes, Simple Shacks, kind of a DIY shelter, tiny house, and treehouse book with a dash of crack cocaine. Not really. And we have a plan set for an A-frame cabin that is transformable. Can be built very simply and only for $1,200. And a shout to the following gentlemen who have helped me out tremendously with spreading the word on my videos. You guys are the best. Hey, I'm Derek Diedrichson from RelaxShacks.com. This time around, we're in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, which kind of sounds creepy when I put it that way. Here doing a tumbleweed workshop with Jenna and Guillaume from Tiny House Giant Journey. I'm going to step back outside in your foyer to get a better shot, establishing shot, if you will, of your tiny house. The attendees here at the Tumbleweed Workshop yesterday got a chance to see your tiny house. They were thrilled, smiles all around, a lot of inspiration. So thank you for bringing it out. And this is kind of your maiden voyage.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about real quickly what you guys are kind of doing with your blog and such and traveling around the U.S.?
Sure. So we're basically traveling for a year around the U.S., going to, all the way from Florida up to Anchorage is the goal. So right now we're in Philadelphia. This is the first time anyone really got to see the house. This is the first pictures tour of the house. So
pretty much, yeah.
We're really excited to show people.
Yes, we feel honored. Me, I'm talking about myself in the plural. A sign of insanity.
Well, you're that big.
Yeah. Well, yeah, tell me so far. I mean, you were saying, Guillaume, you've trekked like over 3,000 miles, or how many miles? Quite a few.
Well, we started building in California, and then end of May we moved our build from California to Illinois, where Jenna's family is.
Okay.
And that's where we finished our house, so that is already like 2,500 miles right there. Then we came out to Philly, so we're at about probably like 3,200 or 3,400 miles so far. And,
yeah.
Any trouble along the way? You mentioned a story or two. I mean, you're pulling a giant house, and this is your first time doing it. What's that been like?
House, like getting under a few overpasses have been a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, on the East Coast they tend to have the bridges that are a little bit lower, and our house is 13.4 inches, and so there were a couple.
We think.
Yeah, there were a couple overpasses that are 13.6. That was a little scary. But
she got out and she said I almost killed her. That was really
I have to keep going back and forth because the height difference between you guys is pretty great.
What if I do this?
Yeah, there you go. That will be the thumbnail shot. I know your friends will be like, Guillaume kind of shrunk.
Or Jenna got taller.
So I'm just going to start panning around here. I want you guys to kind of show us and talk about some of the things you've incorporated, because there's a lot of like dual purpose accessories or builds in here. I mean, I'm looking at this right there.
Yeah.
And I kind of got the tour yesterday, but that's like a flip down table that's also...
That's a chalkboard. Let's set it up right for... So talk about the bench maybe. This way we'll have the chairs outside. So just before we get to the table, we have a bench right here.
Okay.
If you want. That's made out of this is like weatherproof fabric, and what we did is we put some ottomans underneath.
Yep.
And we put hinges on the ottomans, and so we have a bunch of storage.
And these are outdoor ottomans.
Yeah, they're like that rattan or wicker looking stuff.
Yep. Yeah. And then those pillows that we got are the same height as our couch, and we have two of those ottomans, so we could really We could really place them here, and actually they come out all the way out to here.
Perfectly.
And they jam right between the barrel and there, so they're nice.
Yeah, they won't move. Okay.
Do the full thing,
Do the full thing. You guys are getting the full thing.
Yeah, the full Monty.
All right.
Hopefully not.
No. I don't think she'll let me.
Yeah. This video's gotten the lowest amount of views ever for some reason. I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
We have a lot of faith in full Monty.
Yeah, or maybe a lot of views from the ladies in the tiny house scene.
My hair would,
Yeah.
So here,
This is the L-shaped formation.
That's when we get in a fight, that's where I sleep.
Yeah. I noticed that pillow's well worn, so you've been sleeping there quite a bit already.
I mean, for the 4 nights that we started our trip. So we could set it up like that, and then
you could also have 2 extras, sitting areas for when the table comes down, or they could be footstools.
But the key is, I mean, it's a transformable sleeping space. It becomes seating, it becomes sleeping,
and it has storage.
And it's storage, which is key. Oh, that's nice. Did you guys build this, or?
Yeah, Jenna did.
That's pretty awesome.
My claim to fame right there.
Yeah.
So Yeah, and it's all
eventually we're gonna
chalkboard,
put
so
a photo in there.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of Guillaume's photos. We haven't decided what one yet, but that's
yeah.
the new.
Now, if we ever invite you for dinner, make sure you grab those seats here, because it means that you're going to be served all night long.
Oh, because you can't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
one of the.
But make sure you
design
use the
details.
restroom.
Anyone
first.
watching this video, if you're ever having dinner over there, remember that.
Now you know the trick. So yeah, so that's one of our little modular section. And there's storage
That's great,
behind
yeah.
you. So
Yeah, storage behind the bench as well, behind those pillars. So.
Now I want to zoom in because you have all these little details in the house, and this video will be like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
But I love the copper work here with the flanges for the curtains. I mean, all these little details just add up and make the place look so cozy, lived in, rustic, fun, creative.
that's
As I-
touch.
Yeah, there you go.
Pinterest is touch.
Oh, okay, yeah, Pinterest is a great resource. As I telescope my arm up here, one thing Guillaume was pointing out the other day, which I love, we don't have much light up here, but this round window, the trim on it is actually like the slice or part of a stump of a tree. It's kind of dark. Got a flashlight?
It's just because
yeah.
it's so bright outside.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if I can pull it back. You get the general idea,
Yeah.
though. Oh, we do have
Sure.
a flashlight. Okay.
Let me.
Kind of helping. Yeah, there you get it. No.
There.
This is a pro video here, folks.
Yeah.
But there's a general idea. You routed this out, you were saying?
Yeah.
Like flipped it over?
I mean, I'm no real woodworker, so I had no idea how to tackle that
Yeah, we got.
project.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used a router, which I don't think is the best tool, but
Hey, it looks good. Skylights, so you guys have a lot of ventilation, natural light in here. And I heard you guys were debating as to whether or not to, paint the place or keep it natural. And Jenna won,
yeah, she won.
and it looks pretty awesome, I have to say.
Rightfully so. I'll give you that.
We
for
just
sure.
had so many different kinds of woods. It would have been like a hodgepodge in here. So
Oh, okay,
We
yeah.
left the reclaimed wood exposed, and then the pine that we got the tongue and groove we painted.
Well, it makes the reclaimed wood as a result kind of, I hate to use the term, but it pops
Yeah.
more, stands out, and really highlights it, which is great. And even here, and you're kind of like rustic Tansu steps.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
No, these look great because they double as storage, and even this barrel is like
Yeah.
where it's secured to the ground, right?
It is, yeah.
Secured
It's
like
and
kick things
reinforced, you know.
And eventually I'll put a door in it because it's hollow.
Like a lid that pops
Yeah,
out or something under it.
That's like the dog wants to go too.
Come on, Suddies.
Yeah, the dog can get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Suddies. Come on.
But these are just all like
She just wants to get away
crates
from
you found in such old shipping crates,
Come on.
things like that. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
those are like old fruit
Suddies.
crates and.
Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Now, what about all this rustic kind of this cabinetry here? Because I like it. You know, you
Yeah,
can.
Jenna found that in a shop, and she actually. We put the hinges on the
Distressed it.
wrong side, so there were like holes that we didn't like. So
Oh.
we're like, okay, well, how are we gonna hide them? So we scraped them up, and then she just applied a bit of paint and wiped it off, and
That looks really cool.
yeah. And she had like this old little dresser thing, and she put hinges on top. Like she put like
A slider.
wood sliders on top
Oh,
of it.
so that-
like,
oh,
this comes
yeah.
out, and it's on a slider, and it's pretty solid. That's like our junk door.
Junk drawer.
But you guys have taken
Or-
stuff that could have been nearly free, or it's kind of
Yeah.
second hand and all that, and you've made it look really, really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And because we travel with our house, we have to think about securing everything. So we got bungee cords and a
Little lips on the
little
shelves,
lips
yeah.
and hook and eyes
Actually,
everywhere.
yeah, there's hook
There's
and
a
eyes hidden to hold stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's
So-
like being at sea. You have to
Pretty much.
batten down the hatches. Now, not that I want to, you were telling me about this the other day, not that I want to highlight any mistakes, but every tiny house has some mistakes. And I was saying to Guillaume, like, this backsplash, aside from the counter, is great. I love the idea. And you said that was inadvertent?
Yeah, so you see this little piece right here? We had to add, we cut it too thin.
Yeah.
Cut
So
the
actually,
countertop
The
too
countertop was cut too thin, so we're like, man, we have a gap behind there that's like an inch and a half. How are we going to hide it? And we had some leftover pieces of our countertop, so like, you know what? Let's just use that as a backsplash. So
And that thing, I mean, you must have done some serious sanding and
yeah,
finishing of that. It's like a mirror.
we put
It's beautiful.
We poured epoxy in the holes.
Oh, okay.
So
Those in.
this one's actually all the way through. I plan on putting a little LED light.
Yeah.
And we
Nice.
hollowed them out. Like I put a router to it underneath so that they're lightweight and
Yeah.
they're just full wood.
Now let's check out kitchen area and the bathroom real quick. Then I want to telescope up and see
Okay.
the sleeping quarters.
This is our bathroom. We have,
Our kitchen.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is the kitchen.
Yeah,
Well, if he's really drunk, it becomes the bathroom.
Not to be confused.
Conveniently, the height of the sink. No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh God.
This video just took a semi-R-rated
Yeah.
immature turn.
no, I was just looking down the window, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a sink here that's it's fairly deep, or compared to some I've
Yeah,
seen.
we tried to get a really deep
It's about
sink.
8 inches deep and it's like 15 by 14. We look for a long time to find this sink, and it fits like right in between
Just
the framing of
perfectly.
the countertop and the back wall. So we happened to
That's
find the right
always
one.
the challenge with tiny houses is trying to find a small enough sink for the depth.
Yeah, well, I find a lot of people put these tiny little bar sinks in or
Yeah.
recess them. Where's my hand? There it is. And some of them are like 3 inches
I
deep. So you
know.
have to wash like 1 teacup at a time.
Yeah,
terrible.
no,
And that's,
this
you know-
we have room.
Yeah.
Yeah, this way you can like, you know, kind of
Yeah.
procrastinate for a while and just let that fill with dishes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we got this
All 4
double
plates we
rack
have.
thing going on, so
Oh,
we can really do
That is awesome.
2
Yeah.
racks, and it's pretty sturdy, so we
She
can put
found
pots
that,
and
yeah.
pans on
Oh,
there.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So it's
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
This is cool here too. I love that. Another kind of salvagey find, it looks like.
And
Yeah.
I made that too.
Hanging basket, oh, fruit and onions and
I got those.
Oh, no way.
My
Tiny-
cousin
plug,
made that.
tinyhousejourney.com.
Just in case you missed the name of our
you gotta
project.
hold it up and smile, and I'll edit in a gleam in your tooth.
My cousin's company, Pickup Cups. On
Yeah.
Etsy.
Etsy. What's her store on Etsy? Do you know?
Pickup Cups.
Oh, pickup cups. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying pick up some cups on Etsy.
Betty White bought some of my
Anyway,
cups.
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No way.
So anyhow,
Okay, so you get the little burner over here.
yeah, we got burner, 3-burner thing out here, and then we have like our Dometic fridge right here.
This is a propane and electric
all right.
fridge, so we can go off grid.
Happy with that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far
Okay.
so good.
Good, and then
Keeps the
we
beer
have some
cold.
storage.
Yeah, those slide out.
Oh yeah, talk about this real quick, because this is...
So these are like burlap bags that we found for like 50 cents. The dogs do something, and I just sewed, my mom, you know, and I sewed some pockets in here, so I keep a lot of storage within this storage, if you will.
Yeah, that's
so over
cool.
here too.
So it's like the curtains to hide
Yeah.
everything behind, but also a little pocketed storage.
Right, and so this
As well.
Velcro, it, you know, makes it look flush and nice.
All right, now back here, the bathroom, because I do some of these videos, if I don't show the bathroom enough, people get upset,
Okay.
expressing the discontent online.
We didn't really know how to make our bathroom, so I just decided to put a bunch of roofing in it. So we have all that galvanized steel, and
Works well, looks clean.
we have our composting toilet right here.
This is Nature's Head, or what is this?
This is Nature's Head, yeah.
Yeah,
So and we're really happy with it so far.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We made it so that like everything could be splashed. We have our little tub in here.
RV tub, yeah.
RV tub. It's elevated so that the P-trap is inside the house. This way it doesn't freeze.
Very smart.
And we made this. Here, I can actually turn this light.
What the heck is that sound?
I don't know. We get music.
It's like a parade going by. All right, I got it. Just in case it's something freaky. Oh my, it's a... Of course you can stop right next to us. It's a truck with nothing but speakers in the back of it. Repent.
What is going
Tiny
on?
house heathens.
Man, we parked in the wrong
The
place.
window, maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Only in
little things,
Philly.
We made this out of like plastic tubing, so it's lightweight.
Yeah, that's great because it looks like metal. It's lightweight. It's just spray painted. Oh my god. Okay. No, this looks great in here. Tiled floor, right? Like, or is it? Oh, I
it's
can't
just
see.
like the-
Oh, okay.
The thin stuff is like, $30 worth of floor. or whatever
Peel
it
and
was.
stick stuff. Some storage back here as
Yeah.
well. Behind the toilet, something stubbed out with there. What's that for? That little.
Oh, we actually piped some PEX behind in case
Okay.
we one day want to have a flush toilet.
Ah.
But honestly, we like this so much that it just became like just a decorative place. You want me to hide it?
No. Oh, there you go. All right. It's all better now. I can rest easy. All right. Now I want to just peek upstairs.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's up, buddy?
Good morning. Yeah,
Storage for the snowboards.
we gotta have those.
I love the lights here too.
Yeah.
I've seen some people take lights and use old like auto oil funnels and things like that to make hanging lights.
Oh,
ones that are
that's
really
cool.
beat up. Yeah, the camera's not on this anymore. Beat up and rustic. They look fantastic.
Yeah.
I've done a couple with like metal fruit, drainage
fruit bowl
counters.
ones.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they're fun. They cost like nothing. So up here is the loft, and you can see what a difference it makes if you put in some dormers in a tiny house loft as opposed to,
And a dog.
where's my finger? Somewhere right there. Okay, there's a triangulation of what would have been, my finger looks huge, Godzilla finger, what would have been the loft or the ceiling up there as well. Can I kind of step up there just a little bit?
Step up there.
Oh, you can climb.
As I fall to my doom. Oh, dog's like, I'm not sure about this. Cornered by a strange man.
We put a skylight up there that opens all the way, so it's an egress window.
Yep. Yeah, you got these
On your bed?
almost like transom style windows on the side. What's cool is you guys can sit here and you almost have a, from your mattress you have a view, you have a skylight
there's
quite a bit of headroom.
Firelights and,
Yeah.
and we extended the loft so we can have that dog bed there for some
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, there he is.
little angled.
And,
Tiny house.
We put all
With a
all
dog.
all the windows have curtains that can actually pretty much black out that area. So
You were talking about this mattress here. It's like only 5 inches thick.
yeah.
What's the story behind that?
It's made by Tufton Needle, and it's about 5 inches thick. It's foam, and it's very comfortable. It's kind of nice that it's pretty thin. It's very affordable compared to other foam mattresses.
Okay.
And it's fairly lightweight. So we had a rough time trying to find the right. They make mattresses of different thicknesses, and I'm pretty tall, and I don't want to hit my head all the time.
Yeah.
This one's actually.
I do see a couple blood stains in the ceiling.
Yeah.
From some night terrors you had.
Yeah.
You know.
I get
McMansions, no!
I get nightmares pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to pan around and just show that, kind of a couple other shots because the light is good right now of the place. Anything else you want to add? I mean, where are you guys headed next on your...
Well, next weekend
Giant
we'll be
journey.
in New York.
Yeah, New Jersey, New York, then up to Montreal and through New Brunswick, Nova Scotia.
We plan on putting the house on a ferry. We'll see how
Ferry
it goes.
from Nova Scotia to Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
Then who knows?
What are what's the procedure for crossing the border with something like this? Do you know yet?
We
Nope.
don't. Yeah,
We'll
we're
find
gonna find
Yeah.
out. I mean,
You guys will be the guinea pigs. No,
I
it's
know.
been done, but I just wasn't sure.
I know, RVs go across all the time, so I'm just hoping that we'll fall into that
We
category.
have recreational trailer license plates, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for the Le Grand Tour. How do you say that in French?
Le Grand Tour.
Okay, I kind of had it. I was just going off the cuff and making crap up there. So thank you guys. Again, I'm Derek Dietrichson from RelaxShacks.com. Thanks for watching. See ya. And one last shot at the dog. He's like, get out of here. I ain't having this. Get out of my house.